Okay, image is showing up onto YouTube. And I'm going to hit go live. Your sound is showing.
Comment. Test.
I'm adding that. All right, going live. You're live.
Are we?
It says we're live.
All right. We've done it.
We've done it, peeps.
Now we ended up using, that's going for a while. We ended up using all of our notification bells today due to a technical error that occurred this morning. So hopefully some people decide to pop in. What's going on, guys? It is an interesting day today because I got to film a lot of Wednesday episodes after this.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, on the Wednesday. And we wanted to do a short live stream because I go live every one of my birthdays. And today I have asked for one individual to be here, and that is, of course, Cinepals Jaby Koay, a.k.a. Greg's brother. How you doing?
That's how the internet knows me.
That is how they know you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. John, is it okay to lower my headphones just a little bit? I'm just
Absolutely,
like,
my friend.
Every time someone recognizes me in person, I go, they probably think I'm Greg. Every single time.
I've gotten you before.
What? When?
At the gym a couple of times. People think I'm you.
I don't know why that is, though. Because, like, I think we look totally different, but it's 50-50.
Let me see. I'm looking at us on the camera right now.
Okay. We look exactly alike.
I think we look pretty similar.
We're both purple.
I could definitely see the similarities here, actually.
If only I had sunglasses or glasses, reading glasses on.
Right. No. But yeah, it's my 35th birthday today. And I've been talking a lot on this Chanel about how I will get my six-pack before my birthday. I'm doing it since January. I have debuted the photos on Instagram, and I wanted to officially share them here on YouTube because I got the gold done. Did you see them?
I did. They look great.
I know. I'm really happy with them. I
You're
didn't think.
I know.
I didn't think they looked. When I was first doing them, I was like,
They look so amazing.
when I was actually shooting them. Thanks, Cameron Rice, for shooting them. I was actually shooting them. My mind has been zigzagging for the. Honestly, guys, it's like it's my birthday, so I want to come up here all positive, but legit, my mind's been like zigzagging for the past like 4 straight hours over a bunch of things. So I just need to like take a little deep breath and be a little present. But yeah, I'm excited to actually get this going here. Who's in the chat right now? Let's say hi to some people.
Hey.
And John, shout some people out.
I will. Let's see. We got Kevin Shepard in the chat. We got Arke. We got Flying Scotsman, a super royal and sexy reject in the chat. We got King5942.
What?
The crackling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll go get a new
I asked John to
headset
lower me
while
some
you
more, and he
guys-
like turned it all the way down. I'm like, I can't hear anything now. There we go. That's balanced.
Marcus
Okay.
Smith, Dan V900, YJ Yogi. Sorry, I'm looking at like 5 windows at the same time.
Thank you. We got so many of our royal rejects here.
John is like Alpha in the Power Rangers, just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's John every day.
A
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
You should see his laptop. The amount of tabs that are open at all times.
You have a lot of windows that stay open on your laptop.
That's just standard practice.
Mr. Defensive over here.
I'm
Let's
just
look
saying.
at. John has like 50 tabs at once. That's not even an exaggeration. I'm talking 3 different Google Chromes and a bunch of tabs.
I got this for you.
Hey.
This is
Oh, what'd you get?
this is one of 3 things. So this is the smaller thing.
One of 3 things.
Yeah, the smaller. The other 2 things are coming late when you get back.
What is this? A happyish journal? A guided journal to document and how you are right now in your real daily life? No pressure, no perfectionism, and no rules. I like how it's called happyish because this would be filled with nothing but depressing thoughts. Knowing me. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this sounds a lot like the. Oh, weird. Oh, so it's like there's actual like guides on what to say and do. Monday in a sentence of what's good about my life, what I did well today, blah. Well, thank you. It's a really nice birthday present.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, I like the. Oh, yeah, it's guided journal. Okay, I didn't actually put that together when it said guided.
Yeah, I thought it was like a perfect size, and it's very simple, so it's like less likely to just be put down and never picked up again.
Okay.
And it fits in with like your vibe and energy of like always wanting to be better, a better version of yourself.
Yeah, that all ends today. Let's see here. I'll just say this out loud.
Okay.
Week of Monday in a sentence. Monday. It was a frustrating morning, honestly. Woke up, got up at 6:30, and then there were some YouTube errors, and it immediately led to already I'm delayed by an hour and a half, and that just kind of set the mood for me. It's like it's weird. Like if it's something interrupts the day,
Yeah.
I can handle a challenge.
Yeah.
But when you wake up to it, when it's the first thing your brain is processing, yeah, it like kind of sets this whole thing in motion of just like, oh, now I'm spiraling.
Is your phone at your bed when you wake up?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It was that I had to check it. I was awake for like 15 minutes. I checked it. And I was like, okay, we got a big problem on our hands. One of those. What's good about my life? Oh, this would be great to acknowledge right now. Good about my life. I have my brother here with me.
Yay.
I've gotten a lot of love in my Instagram posts. I've got John here helping out, who set all this up for us in advance. I got you guys in the live stream chat here. I got PLD Projects with the first super chat of the day. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, there's a lot of people here that I want to shout out in just a second. And blah. Well, a lot of people have to work on their birthdays, whether it be working in the office, working at a hotel, or whatever. I'm glad that at least what I have to do today, I'm probably going to be here till like 10 p.m. working. At least I get to do this for a living, and that's all thanks to you guys. So in that perspective, it is actually pretty cool that, most people do work on their birthdays, and I have to as well. But it's going to be a good one. So yeah, this one's going to be intentionally short. Like we have to make sure we're like done by 2 p.m. Like I know I say that a lot, but today is definitively clear. We'll be done by 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is nice. Even just reading it out loud actually feels really good here.
Cool.
Thank you. And also, yeah, guys, start asking questions in the chat. You guys drive the stream. I appreciate all the happy birthday wishes, but you guys drive this stream at all times.
I saw John's Instagram post a little bit, at least the beginning of it, because it was in your stories. And I am always admiring John's comic timing.
Yeah.
Because he's like, there's something I'm supposed to remember today. Oh, yeah, happy Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, God, got me.
It's Wednesday shoot day. That's right. Happy Wednesday release date.
You know what's fun is when you're talking with people in text message and I'm like, they're asking me for stuff. They're talking to me about something. They might even hit me up about my transformation photos.
Okay.
But they're so unaware it's my birthday, and I'm like, this is interesting. Like I don't really. It's that weird thing where I become of two minds. I don't really expect to hear something. But then when you're talking to me consistently, part of me is like, do I need to put this out there? Like, do I suddenly want the happy birthday wish when I didn't really care for it until like we've been talking for a few minutes and you haven't noticed it?
I think that I think as being the kind of people we are, you want it and you don't at the same time. I don't tell anyone. I just keep it to myself. There was one year I had a group thing at a bar. I think you were there. And, but I just said, hey, we're doing a thing tonight. And I didn't tell anyone it was my birthday, and they all found out when we were there, and they're all like, why didn't you say something? Why are you so weird? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. It's weird that I have to put it out there. Everyone's got calendars that remind you of someone's birthday. So there's really no need to like hold on to it in your head anymore, like phone numbers.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they get Facebook notifications.
Exactly.
People I haven't heard from in years.
Yeah.
Who hit me up before I say anything live. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys. For those who are here early, it's time to reward you all with the 6-pack photos. It's time to show you guys.
I thought you were going to take your shirt off.
This is when it becomes indulgent. Very self-indulgent. All roads have led to this. I kid you not. I was so nervous. Do I have to call you by your...
You can call me whatever you can.
Oh, thank God. I just can't. I can't call you Jaby. I just can't do it.
That's okay.
It's fucking weird to me. It's so awkward. Do you think it's weird when I call you Jaby?
No.
I think it's so awkward. Like, it just doesn't feel like I'm talking to my brother.
No, well, the way I tell people is like, if you're in my inner circle for a long time, I'm used to. I would prefer you call me Anthony. But if I don't know you that well, it should be Jaby.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be called real reject and not correct.
Just to be clear, okay, just to be abundantly clear, the whole reason I adopted the moniker of Jaby is because I was following
I was going by Ryan.
Well, you were going by Ryan, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to do the same thing because I'm trying to follow your model. Because unlike most family dynamics, I followed the younger brother. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see, okay, he did that. That seems to work well. I'm going to follow the same thing. I'm Jaby now. And then you gave it up. I'm like, well, it's too late. I have 1,000 subscribers. This is way too many people. So,
But your name had a cool has a cool acronym to
yes.
it. Well, your real name's Anthony.
Yes.
It's so strange.
I'm glad we're talking about me on your live stream.
Calling you Anthony on a stream in front of people is like, this feels weird now because I'm used to having to. I feel weird calling you Jaby, and then it's weird to call you Anthony when the cameras are rolling.
You're short circuiting.
Yeah, I am. My brain's getting like slowly fried.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted. Last time it was all the rejects, but this time I was like, this room will go way too long. But I'm like, who do I want here? Who would I want as special guest? And of course, it was you.
Thank you.
You know, he's been making a lot of efforts to connect with me lately. So I was like, it's about time I really like try to find the ways to do it. And I was thinking maybe we could find a movie commentary to do.
That'd be fun. I'm down for anything.
I think that would be like way more rewarding. All right. Yeah, we're real brothers. His name's Anthony Alba. Okay. I see your questions in the chat. His name's Anthony Alba. And yes, I would like to go into Mana tomorrow after 6-pack photo reveal time. John, what are we at?
We are almost ready. I can queue up a.
Do we have some?
We got some. We got some pictures of your abdomen.
All right. We got abdomen photos coming in, guys.
Here we go. Do you have one you want to start with? Do you know which one you want?
I want you to roulette this, John. You choose whichever ones you want to start with.
All right. I'm going to start with the most.
Why don't you wait? We should start with the before and after one. That would make the most sense. If there's one to choose, it's the before and after one.
Get ready, everybody. All right. Here we go. We're going to cut to.
I initially thought it said 107 pounds. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was so caught up in it saying, not saying 190.
Or one, I thought, sorry, not 107, but 110. I thought it said 110 pounds. I was like, damn, that's 110 pounds?
No,
I am definitely overweight.
no, yeah, it was. I was like, does this look like 190? It's 170. And then after it was live, I was like, wait a minute, this actually looks like 110,
Yeah.
not 170. I didn't notice till later. And yeah, I don't want to like
More engagement.
exaggerate. There's more engagement at the end of the day. Anyway, yeah. So I started off because I'm showing this because I've been very public about before I ever started this journey of I wanted to. There it is. Did you see it? Did you see it? On
I
John's
saw
monitor?
it all. I went through the roulette.
So yeah, I started off at 218, over 22% body fat, and I got under 8% body fat.
Okay.
I was hovering between like 7.6 to 7.8, and then I got down to 100. I was like 168 pounds a day at the shoot, but I was averaging 170, so I just put 170. Like I weighed myself this morning, I'm 171, but I've been having like more water and fiber and shit.
What
nice,
is
John, to like the DJing he was doing on that.
Well, I knew that this photo shoot was like a big thing, a big milestone for you. What is a healthy body fat to stay at afterwards?
I've heard for someone my size is like 10 to 12%.
Okay.
Like, you know, for moderation. I mean, would I have as much definition? No, but yeah. I don't want to like. I'm trying to figure out now what the next. I actually want to get like a little bulky.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I got the skinny thing down. Now I want to get the freaking, the big lats that look like I can't move my body. And the Tom, as Koay calls it, the Tom Hardy traps.
Well, you have you're 35 now, so you got about 25 years to enjoy that.
Yeah.
It seems like once these guys hit 60, it just is like not smart to do anymore.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like totally skinnied up. I don't know if you saw his pictures.
No, I
He
didn't
looks
know that.
totally different now.
Oh.
He doesn't have that muscle mass anymore. I know Dave Bautista also slimmed down. I've heard. I haven't seen him, but like he didn't want to do Guardians of the Galaxy anymore because he couldn't maintain that mass. It's just like that's a lot on your kidneys and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
All
I
that
don't wanna do
protein.
that.
No, it's okay now because you're younger.
Yeah. But like Ryan, I guess I don't know if I throw Ryan Reynolds' body. I don't know. Do you have a body fitness goal?
Less fat.
John, we got to keep these photos on screen. I've been hyping up, showing these photos for 7 months.
I just didn't want to blow the load all at once.
No, you just keep it going, John. You keep rouletting that shit while we talk over the photos about whatever we want.
Well,
you just let it keep going for a while.
When I went to the K-pop Demon Hunters thing with you, I was talking to Marshall and the Netflix folks, and they were like, "Which one would you be? Which one of the guys would you be? You should be Abby." And I'm like, "I could be Flabby. I can't be Abby. Not right now. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best." But just like you, I'm super busy all the time, and it's crazy right now. So I'm like, anyway,
You're filming more Wednesday after this, right?
I am. So
Did you like the first episode of the new season?
it was cool. I think Achara liked it more. I was watching and I'm like, okay, all right. I'm just following the story at this point because I'm invested.
Do you find that we will get? I've seen some super chats that have been coming in. All right, John, cut back to me now. My man, John, you have a camera too, don't you?
What?
I wish,
hell yeah.
I wish you guys could see John's setup here. It's like the Nebuchadnezzar up in this. It's like cables everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Neo just woke up in the next room. Anyway, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Yeah, no, it is always like kind of wiring here. We've been having like I interviewed Robert Patrick yesterday.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I interviewed Robert Patrick and of course brought up Dad and about.
Okay.
I mean, Terminator 2 is like.
That was here?
Is in the exact seat you were in with
Wow.
Robert Patrick yesterday.
I'm never washing my butt again.
He's got the most intimidating. Robert Patrick, if you guys don't know, he plays Peacemaker's father. He's for like his most. He's actually Joaquin Phoenix's father in Walk the Line. Johnny Cash's father. He's the Liquid Terminator.
He had a huge role in Die Hard too, I think.
Yeah, it was a big one. Copland. He took over David Duchovny's role, and I mean, it was a new character in X-Files. Sopranos, a great role. And yeah, sitting across, he's got the most. He's so kind and so sincere, but man, his stare, is like, yeah, you got to be like super real when you're sitting across from him. You have like no choice. You just like, I got to be very authentic at all times.
I find that interviewing some actors can be like that sometimes, like very actory actors, and that can be tough. Like I try to joke, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, he's a real. I mean, like, and then Andrew was here, and Andrew is obsessed with Robert Patrick, and with the recent things that happened with Andrew, I asked him. He was so kind. Oh my God, Andrew will be here soon, but he was so fucking kind because I went up to Robert after the interview. He was supposed to leave here, so we shot it at 10:30. He was supposed to leave at 11.
Okay. And
I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, we have someone here. He had a recent event happen. He's a big fan of yours. You mind saying hi to him?" And he was like, "Of course." He was out in the hallway. What time did he leave, John? 11:40. It was noon. It was almost noon. He was supposed to. Robert Patrick was supposed to leave at freaking 11 a.m.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he was here till close to noon, just talking with Andrew, John, myself, and Aaron.
Wow.
It's just like kicking it. Yeah. It was so weird. Like, you
It
talking
was like
about
the
so much.
dream of how that interview would go or how that situation would go. It's like the ideal, perfect dream version.
That's got to be surreal.
And he was so kind of Andrew. You know, like Andrew teaches baseball, and he's a big baseball fan. So they ended up just like talking shop about baseball for like 20 minutes.
How many times did Andrew mention that Arnold's his favorite actor?
He definitely. That's what he named the movie he name dropped to him was Double Dragon, which was hilarious because in this interview I did, he was saying he made one crack about maybe there was a movie he shouldn't have done, and it was Double Dragon. And Andrew's like, "I love Double Dragon." And he was so sincere about it, though.
It was
and
very
I was
sweet.
like, with the irony that you would mention this right now. But no, I felt really happy that Andrew got to
have you seen Double Dragon?
Not since I was a little kid.
I saw it for the first time not that long ago, and it does not stand the test of time. It wasn't even good back then. And,
No.
But it was just like, it's interesting he decided to do it. I never heard the backstory behind it. It was interesting he decided to do it, given that Mario Brothers was not received well. And so video games were already starting off on a bad foot.
Yeah.
And so why would you do Double Dragon? But
Yeah.
I mean, I would have loved to have asked him that, but
Yeah.
maybe they paid him a lot.
I mean, he was, I think, even the 90s after Terminator 2, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but I definitely like prepared a lot. He was in a position where he wasn't really sure where to go. He took a bit of he was having a hard time getting cast. He didn't want to just play a cop or villain, and so he was trying to find his range. And he was doing some more low budget, straight to DVD stuff. And he said it was like around the time of The Sopranos when he got on that for 3 episodes.
Okay.
When things really started to change for him in a different upswing.
All right, here's a pop quiz for you. What 2 instances did he reprise his role as Liquid Terminator?
T2 3D. He was also in Last Action Hero for a brief moment.
But not as Liquid Terminator.
I mean, he
You could
kinda-
infer
could-
he was the liquid
Was he
Terminator.
the Liquid Terminator in Last Action Hero?
I mean, he's
The
essentially that.
Okay, I don't
Diaz-
remember that. Okay, then it's
It's a
3. I'm
brief-
thinking of
it's a
something
brief
else.
cameo.
Then it's 3. So
And
I messed up.
And then I heard he's in Wayne's World.
he's in Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in Wayne's
I
World.
haven't seen Wayne's World.
Yeah, there's a whole bit with him and Mike Myers, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
All right. I mean, I'm gonna react to that one day.
yeah, we should do it today.
I'm gonna just read some random comments here. All right. And then we should. Well, I do want to talk about this Man of Tomorrow thing. John and Koy will be doing. I'm going to be out of town for a few days, so John and Koy will be doing the live stream on Friday.
Are you allowed to say where you're going?
The thumbnail is gross. Greg's so skinny. Of course, that's the first one I catch. I go to the chat. It's like, of course, the first fucking thing, the most insulting thing I could find. So handsome and sexy. I found a positive one. Jaby, you look great. Minxie says.
Oh, thank
so
you.
many happy birthdays. Really do appreciate it. Charlie Flixfix, I knew you'd appreciate that. And yeah, Gems with Base Beauty says, Jaby, you know good and well. You got the ladies loving you. Oh, John, your mic was off when you were talking.
Oh no! When?
I don't know.
Right now.
A while ago.
When I did my big reveal.
I'm sure there's spillover.
Dun dun dun. That was just for you. Greg.
Take 2.
Take 3.
You were asking about Wednesday earlier.
No, yeah, I mean, I already forgot it.
Okay.
Okay. Have you heard about this Man of Tomorrow announcement? I want to kind of briefly go over it. Then I'm going to go to these super chats. I don't want to. I always feel bad when people give super chats a while ago, and I'm like, shit, I need to acknowledge them. But yeah, he's a lot of people have been asking about in the chat. So James Gunn put out an image. Do we have that image, John, of what James Gunn posted?
Let me grab that and drop it
Man of
in for
Tomorrow.
you. Just a moment.
It's a superhero thing?
Yeah, it's the follow up after Supergirl.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
So it's an image of Superman and Lex in his mech suit, the green mech suit. Have you ever seen that? Like in Injustice, and you played Injustice, right?
Superman in a mech suit?
No. Lex. It's like that big green.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Suit.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Just so I'm 100% clear. It's like a drawn image, correct?
Yeah, it's the one that James Gunn put one
Yeah.
up on Twitter, and then Corn Sweat put up a separate one.
Yeah.
But the implication from the imagery is that they'll be teaming up actually,
Oh, okay, cool.
because they're not like facing off like BVS. They're like side by side,
Oh, that's cool.
and to actually get the suit is a pretty big deal. They tease it. His henchmen at that beach fight with that Mr. Terrific has as Superman. There's like early prototypes of the suit that his goons rock and shit.
Did you know one of my hosts is in that scene?
Which one?
Ashley Morgan. She's the one that talks to Mr. Terrific when she goes, "Is this something you can fix?" And he goes, "Me."
Oh no,
That was her.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's the image right there on screen, and it's called Man of Tomorrow, which I think has been confusing people because James Gunn has been saying that it's not going to be like a direct sequel to Superman.
Okay.
But this would look like a direct sequel to Superman. Would you look at it and it's called Man of Tomorrow, which you really associate with Superman?
How is it not a direct sequel? Like, how would that even make sense?
Well, I think what's happening in this, and this is where my main theory has been that they're going to do the Supergirl movie. And have you heard of the villain Brainiac?
Yes.
So
Well, he's also in the game.
he's in the Injustice 2, I believe, is
Yeah.
the main villain. In this story, there's one story that is not the Supergirl comic, but it's I think it's called Superman Brainiac, and I read it a couple months ago, where Brainiac is the main villain, and in that canon, Brainiac destroyed Krypton, and so when Kara's here, which is Supergirl, she's traumatized by the presence of Brainiac, whereas Clark doesn't really have that association with Brainiac. So I felt like they were going that direction. Some people are theorizing this is going to be President Lex because that's eventually where the comics do go. I don't feel like this will be a President Lex situation, but I do think they will have a greater threat, and I do think it will indeed be Brainiac.
Okay.
And that's why they'd have to team up. There's also another comic that James Gunn pulled a lot of inspiration from called Superman Birthright, where Lex it's been a while since I read it, but I believe in that one, Lex opens up like a dimension. He's got these pocket dimensions where he pulls Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on the thing. John, what's the prison called in the Fortress? Not Fortress Hotel. What's the prison called in freaking the Superman canon?
Oh, it's the
What the hell is that called? Why can't I pull the name?
The Batcave.
quantum collapsing.
No,
chamber.
yeah, where like Zod is kept and all that. What the hell's that?
Oh, the negative zone.
Pocket dimension.
No, it's not the negatives. There's a specific name for the prison. Oh my god, it's really bugging me now that I can't pull the name.
It'll come
What
to
are you guys in the chat? Give me that name.
It'll come to you later.
The Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone. That's
There we
what it
go.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's even in Lego Batman movie. So in that he pulls out like Kryptonians so that way they can go after a Superman. And there's another thing in All-Star Superman which he is inspired by from that where I wish I prepared some of these talking points. I'm just totally riffing off of this. I'm off my memory.
That's the best way.
Is that Lex?
No one's gonna be
Okay.
mean in the comments, so don't worry.
My mind just started going right now
Yeah.
with like creativity, actually. So you know how he's able to clone Superman's DNA, and that's how he created the alternate version clone that he can control in Superman.
Yeah.
So he already has Superman's DNA, and in All Star Superman, at one point, he injects himself. I don't know if they do that in the cartoon. Do they, John?
Ooh. Yeah, maybe.
Well, they devised it in a way where he could basically have Superman's powers for a limited time.
Okay.
So he could take on Superman.
Okay.
And so he doesn't even need the suit. So I feel like there might be some kind of an infusion with that. But what I imagine for this is that him and Lex would have to team up to go against Brainiac. But more so, I love the idea of calling it Man of Tomorrow because it could definitely represent both of them.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, because like Superman has been called Man of Tomorrow for like the hope, the progress, the what humanity can aspire to be.
Mm-hmm.
That Man of Tomorrow, he's all about like evolution, optimism. Whereas Lex, very much more reflective of like our Elon Musks of today.
Yeah,
you know, the billionaire technology innovators, and he's more like, you know, human willpower, intellect, ambition. So they're two sides of the same coin where he feels like he can be humanity's future,
Okay.
not Superman. So I think like them finding some type of middle ground and showing these two sides of the same coin is pretty cool to actually do for a follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't really know exactly what the plot would be other than, of course, they're going to have like a common enemy. But I don't know if like Lex would do his Lex thing and betray Superman and be like, I'm actually going to work with you, Brainiac, or some shit. But I think it's an exciting announcement.
Is Corn Sweat going to be in the Supergirl film?
He'd probably have a cameo.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying Peacemaker?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than Wednesday.
Those are the ones to compare it to.
Yeah, I mean they're just happening at the same time. So it's like there's that and Alien Earth. I think of the three, Alien Earth is my favorite.
Yeah.
Alien Earth is just so it's like cinema at its finest for TV. Like there's no better show right now than that, in my opinion.
I'm only a few episodes into that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch
Are
it.
you enjoying it?
I am.
Because you're a huge Alien fan.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about it? Like in terms of,
It's weird. I think the Alien movies are generally better,
of course.
but I'm a bigger Predator fan.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But how do you feel about it in how it respects or handles the legacy of Alien?
It was an adjustment for me
Okay.
because it's like a lot quirkier than I expected. It's got
Okay.
more of a humor. It's got some like modern music and soundtracks.
Well, at the end, yes. At the end. That's how they close it out, yeah.
But those kind of choices. But I think the expansion on it as it goes, it's kind of brilliant. Actually, I see why it's really divisive with audiences.
Okay.
Like the audience score is nowhere near as high as they probably hope. The critic score is like massive, but the audience score was really in the middle. A lot of people were like shitting on it after the first two episodes.
Well, one of the things that I very much appreciate about it is it's not second screenable content. Like Wednesday is second screenable. You can put that on while you fold your laundry, and you won't get lost, right? Whereas Alien Earth, it's like you have to pay attention.
Yeah, it's like Severance.
Yeah. It's like that has to be your focus, undivided.
Yeah.
It's like then you're immersed in it.
Did you watch Severance yet?
No, I really want to. I heard it's amazing.
This is the thing with us as reaction channel, right? It's like I can't watch it yet because I don't know. Sometimes it's not like I'm going to react to it. Sometimes like I just don't know if I'm going to react to it yet. Yeah.
It is painful. So what do you watch for fun, knowing that you have to watch stuff?
Oh my God, I got answers. I watched Eddington, Ari Aster's new film.
Okay.
This weird movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal. And have you heard of it?
No.
I loved it so much, and I thought about it for days. And I like watched interviews. I haven't talked. This is the first time I'm talking about it on the channel.
Okay.
It takes place during like the height of the pandemic, a little bit before George Floyd, all in a small town.
Wow.
And it's like this one small town in New Mexico that represents this incubator of all the crazy things happening. It's weird, and it's like a dark noir western, dark comedy.
I've heard it's like very Coen-y.
It's very Coen-y, but very R.E.S.
I've never heard it described like that. Coen-y.
Coen brother-esque.
Coen was actually one of the inspirations for Love Punch Kill, by the way.
Really?
No shameless plug there, but yeah.
He's got a hey, Reed Jackson Mills, 3C Films editor. Thank you, buddy.
Have you seen the show C on Apple TV?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
That's been my leisure watch.
Oh, Apple TV is the best.
So I have to like be very careful and selective about what I watch to make sure it's not going to, be something that would show up on the channel. And C felt like something that was relatively safe to. In the studio, I watched that.
Yeah.
So basically, Apple TV stuff. And then I go way back. I have I Love Lucy on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm like, well, this is pretty safe, right? Like, no one's gonna ask for this. It's like 60, 70 years old. There's no way this is gonna be requested. But then you did Gone with the Wind, didn't you, on the channel?
I didn't do Gone.
Or someone did Gone with the Wind, or Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
one of
John,
those.
John and Aaron did.
Right.
Yeah, we went back.
That's like 100 years old. I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing safe. Nothing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It just depends.
Yeah.
I was having
Yeah.
that conversation just yesterday about True Detective. I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I might have to save that.
Yeah, it's tricky. So
Jaby is younger than me, but Anthony is older than me, is how I would say it, guys, for everyone in the chat asking right now.
well, you and I somehow inherited the same thing that Dad and his brother have or had, which is like people think you're the older one. And they're always shocked to realize how much older I am than you. And I'm like, I don't know why. Like,
You don't look that much older than me. In fact, I look older than you most of the time, don't I? I got more gray hair than you.
you do have,
think I
but it's because you don't sleep.
I think I stress more. I've been taking a lot of things to help me sleep now.
Okay, good.
Just got to take the medication now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I got no choice.
Yeah.
Now I'm at that point in my life where I just can't fall asleep. Do you fall asleep easily? I don't fall asleep easily.
No, I don't. I think I have a hard time staying asleep as well.
Do you get racing thoughts?
I do.
Me too.
I mean, I think this just comes with our upbringing that we have anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Our sister has the same thing. And so I get like 5.5 hours to 6 hours of sleep, and then I'm
Me too.
up, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I want to stay asleep.
This is my average. Yeah, my days revolve around like getting shit done in time to get to sleep, and then trying to stay asleep. That's like what my life is. It's just, how do I get to sleep? Get back home in time to get to sleep, and then also how do I stay asleep? And I fail at both remarkably.
What's your unwind?
TV,
So you're just getting fed with a bunch of blue light. At the end of the day?
or comics.
Okay, comics is better.
I like comics, and
but-
my glasses have blue light in them to help out.
Blue light blockers, you mean?
Yeah,
Are you eating comics in bed?
yeah, I bet.
So I hear that what you're not, well, according to Dr. Mike, so that's just YouTube information. He's like, don't do anything in bed except for boning and sleeping. That's it. Like, those are the only two things you should be doing in your bed. Nothing else. You shouldn't be reading in bed. You shouldn't be hanging out in your bed because it wires your brain to think that that's an activity place other than those two activities.
Well, I notice the thing that tires me out is when I'm able to, like, I'll get tired. I notice I'll get tired eventually when I'm reading comics because I'm like using my brain and it just wants to sleep. But if I just lay there,
Yeah.
I'm just stuck in my swirl of thoughts.
see.
And I just, my honestly, racing thoughts has been beneficial in a way of being able to multitask.
Sure.
Be able to shoot and think about an edit, like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we do, but or something like this where we don't have to panic while doing something where there's a lot of multitasking. But
Right.
I'm also at night, it's really hard.
It's hard to turn it off.
Yeah, and then and I have to do, like, for interviews especially, I have to do a lot of like calming my brain down so I can really listen
Yeah.
without like think about what you're gonna say next.
Right, right.
Um,
Cintel told me that one of the reasons for like potentially for ADHD is it might go back to like hunter-gatherer days. because like you had to be aware of everything in the woods while hunting so you could survive. It was like a survival mechanism, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And so being aware of like a moving leaf in the bushes or something like that, it's like all of that stuff mattered in terms of keeping
I
you
get what you're
alive.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps you alert.
Yeah.
And
I think it's more often that you find ADHD in males, if I'm not mistaken. And so
what do you find in women?
boobs. I don't know. I don't
Nice.
know.
Very cool.
I found out today that men's
really are a caveman.
men's vocal cords. This is such a random fun fact. I learned this today. Men's vocal cords are a quarter wide
Okay.
and as thin as a fingernail, and women's are as wide as a dime.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, I learned that today.
All right.
So
I'm happy to hear it.
fun fact of the day. Because you sing, you used to sing sometimes.
I did. I wrote songs on the guitar. Last one I wrote was for my lovely wife, Olivia.
You still play?
Nah, I've had one for like, since I've known her. And then after I wrote that song, I was like, I'm going to keep this going. And I never did.
Where's your guitar now?
Somewhere in the home. I don't know. I don't even know where.
Okay.
John still plays.
Yeah, I love guitar.
John's a religious
What,
fanatic.
what do you recommend for a very beginner person who wants to learn basics and doesn't know if he'll keep playing after a week?
I mean, there's honestly, there's probably like a YouTube video or something that can teach. If you
This is
don't-
YouTube right now. I'm on the video with
if
you.
you don't want to, throw down the money, like, if you want to pick up the thing and you want to go pay for lessons or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea. Or grab a book. But I feel like the thing to do is like probably go find a YouTube video that'll teach you a couple of basic chords, and then go search the chords of a song you like and try and play it.
What guitar?
What guitar to get?
Yeah. Like for
You can get any guitar.
oh my god, everyone says that.
It doesn't matter. It 0% matters. The whole
Okay.
thing about juju is that, like, yeah, you can take a shit box and it can be great if you just put the right soul into
A
it.
lot of it is about feeling and less technicality.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of Johnny Cash, he'd be a great person for any Johnny Cash because Johnny Cash uses like the same 5 chords for most of his songs.
There's 2 songs I'd want to know. The first one is "House of the Rising Sun."
That's a great beginner song.
Great, yeah.
That's what Mom used to play.
This is really a beginner song.
It really, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were fucking.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought you were messing with me. Are we allowed to cuss?
You can
I
learn
was-
the chords.
you can cuss, just don't say the C word.
Yes, don't be coy. Don't be coy, genre.
The see you next Tuesday word. That word.
But
crap.
to see you next Wednesday is fine.
No, that's one song, and the other is Diablo Rojo. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
It's like it's a brother sister acoustic guitar song. It's like a very very famous song that they did, and it's like super fast.
Is it a Rodrigo E. Gabriela song?
That one?
Yeah.
It was used in of all movies, Puss in Boots.
Sure. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
fun.
yeah.
Hey, can we go to the super chats now?
We can absolutely go to the super chats now.
We got a few,
Let's
right?
do this thing. We do have a few.
Why did you say I love the gays? What happened?
Because someone said you didn't write me a song. Charlie said that. And I love the gays. The gays love me more than women have ever loved
That
me.
felt like such a comment section moment of like you see like an innocuous comment and then there's like 18 replies and it just gets progressively racist. I'm just like, what just happened here?
I feel like gay people, gay men specifically, obviously, have shown me so much more physical attraction, love
Okay.
than women ever. The amount of times women have hit me up to tell me to get a message to John
Okay.
is ridiculous.
See, John's the 5th Beatle. You just got to drop him. So you get all the attention.
I'm not even joking. Like we talked about Mana tomorrow. You just have to find it. We'll eventually have chapters here. But John, read us off, man.
All righty.
And by the way, Anthony helped us set so much. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't thank you for all this. So much of the lighting that we were able to do in our reaction spaces where we can now see the television, because for the longest time we couldn't, was because of his help and his advice. And even here, a lot of things got better because of him. So, he's my go-to when it comes to the...
Any of our advances in tech or overall quality probably had something to do with this man here.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully no one.
Literally like the Roadcaster too. It's just like which is the staple of every reaction channel now. Yeah, it's like I know, pretty sure it was Anthony who was the first one to get
Anthony
the Roadcaster.
invented the Roadcaster.
Anthony built it. In a cave.
Hand in hand.
Also, yes, in All-Star Superman, there's the
And
Lois
John's
Lane
John's
serum,
headsets.
and
Yeah.
Lex Luthor takes it. All right, first super chat of the day. Thank you so much to our dear friend PLD Projects. Happiest of birthdays to you, buddy, says PLD. Hope it is spectacular.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
man. That means a lot, dude. Thank you. Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
very much. PLD has been a big part of who. If you are one of our royal rejects, you see posts from him almost every single day. He helps manage a lot of that and a lot of our Spotify and such. So thank you, PLD, for being a big extension of Real Rejects.
Heck yeah, PLD. All right, next up we got Alex. Thank you so much for chiming in. Happy birthday to my favorite content creator since the No Way Home days.
Favorite?
Dang,
Are
dude.
you
I
sure
feel like
about that?
I feel like No Way Home is when like you had your second comeback, your second what do you call it? Rise.
Second Renaissance.
Second Renaissance, yeah. Like because you were doing well, and then you were like not sure where things were headed, and then No Way Home happened, and then just popped off, and it's been flying high ever since. It
Yeah,
feels
if I
like-
look back on the trajectory, because it was me and a bunch of guests for the longest time.
Yeah,
And then eventually around like 500,000 subscribers, I was like, I want to not have, I mean, we were still having a lot of guests, but it was like, then it became like, that's when I hit up John and I was like, hey, you want to kind of see if we can redo this together? And it was a real lull period for a very long time. It was a couple of years of John and I just struggling to make rent. And then it was around Mandalorian season 2 and WandaVision where we started to get a new phase of momentum.
okay.
And then, like for me, I don't know about you. I think you're the same way. I like to, Dan Merle.
It sounds familiar. I don't know.
He got a YouTube channel. He's a big critic. Does a lot of box office breakdowns.
Glasses.
Yeah.
He
He
usually
has
has a hat.
Yeah.
I met him once at Disney's a Warner Brothers screening. He was nice in person.
Yeah, he's very nice. I had lunch with him a couple days ago, and he was reminding me. He's like, I remember back then you guys were known as like content thieves. That's what you kept getting labeled as.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we were doing like just nothing but YouTube video reactions and trailer reactions and whatever. And to see where we are now and how much better the channel, like I feel like this channel actually gets better and grows, and people watch us mature from like like who you are in your early 20s to mid 20s is very different than when you're in your 30s if you allow yourself to grow and you're not just like be the same. But that's kind of why I love Jeremy Johns, because he's changed as a person, but his shit has been like the same formula.
Yeah,
And
same
it's
font and everything,
and
same
it
animations.
Still kicks ass. And I
Yeah.
still love watching his videos.
Well, it's one of those things where if he deviated, people will get mad.
Yeah.
He uses the same template text for subscribe at the end of his videos, and it's like if he changed it, people would have a complaint about it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, they like that rough around the edges thing because it's like it's familiarity kind of thing. But like speaking of like what he was saying, Dan, about like how reaction videos were perceived. I wish that when people talked about reaction videos, they would categorize it a little clearer, because there are a set of reaction videos I see that is everywhere that I hate, where people aren't actually reacting. It's just their face next to someone else's content, and they're not even doing anything. They're not adding. It's not transformative in the slightest.
Yeah.
That's not a good reaction video to me, and I see that everywhere. I wish that people could discern between the two, because sometimes when I see, I take it a little personally when I see a content creator I like shit on reaction videos and he's not discerning between it. He's just blanket statement reaction videos are horrible and they're thieves. And I'm like, you try doing it. You try doing what we do, where we're up all hours of the night just trying to make sure that this is entertaining, and people are complaining about the video and they have no idea that we put in like 14 hours restructuring the edit to make sure that it's actually on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're going through that. We just put out a video this morning on the channel called The Preacher's Wife.
Okay.
It's a reaction to it. And it took all of us, including Prraper, to figure out how to get this thing public. Because it's like Disney was coming at it over and over. It's like, this is like so chopped up. I don't understand, but we found a way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of drama that
lot
happens
of
behind the
work in
scenes. And people just don't have, like, oh, it's easy. You just sit there and watch the movie. It's like, no.
Yeah.
There's it's different than when you're in your underwear on the couch eating potato chips
Yeah.
with your iPad next to you. It's like you have to be engaged with it in a way that most people don't engage with content anymore. That's my opinion about it.
Underwear and potato chips reaction.
Exactly. Oh, we should totally do that.
I agree. I mean, yes. I agree. I've always, whenever people come by that are new, I have likened this to acting, and but sometimes when you say acting, they view it in like, oh, so you're pretending,
You're faking your reactions.
and I'm like, no, that's not it at
Yeah.
all. It's like when you see a good actor, they're experiencing something real. It's about
in the moment.
It's about connecting, being in the moment,
Yeah.
and it's about showing what you feel and what you're thinking.
Yeah.
That's the emotional and mental exercise of it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, yeah, but something like your movie generally is your ultimate scene partner. Even if you're with other people, it's the movie or show that is your scene partner the most. That's primary scene partner number one for everyone there.
Yeah.
And you're feeding off of that.
Yeah.
You know, and I do agree. Like I pay attention so much better when I'm doing a reaction than at home.
Yeah.
I probably I like Alien Earth more if I was reacting to it, but like at home, I can get distracting, and it's weirdly not as immersive for me at home, even if I turn off all the lights and shit.
Yeah, it tunes your brain differently because you have to be more acutely focused on it, and it
Yeah.
gives you a different sense of appreciation for what you're watching, especially knowing what goes into like making films and stuff like that. Whereas just watching it on your phone or whatever, it's easier to dismiss and toss. And
Yeah.
it's more disposable that way. But there's stuff that I tell people who are new that you told me a long time ago, which is I don't know if it's like inside baseball and people don't care about it, but like two of the things you said was like number one is to just unzip. Like you have to, like whatever it is you're thinking, you have to say
Yeah.
it. And so by extension, it's kind of redundant, but by extension, externalize. Because in acting, they teach you to internalize and like don't say as much. But with reaction bit is you have to say it.
Yeah.
Like otherwise people have no idea what you're thinking or feeling.
Yes. Well, also a lot of times with the acting though, you're scripted though.
Yes.
You know, but a lot of the exercises to get in tune are about externalizing. You know, like sometimes on the car rides over here, or when I used to be at my home, I would just set a timer, and I would just stream of consciously close my eyes and just say what I'm feeling without thinking. That way I'm getting in tune with my feelings and my thoughts. That way I'm getting in tune with like being able to express. I take my shit very serious. I take the silliest thing in the world very serious.
No, that's
You
not
know?
silly. That's not silly at all. That's there's a book.
No, I'm saying like this. The idea of what we do when you think about it is like really silly. We take it so serious, you know, like as if it's like fucking the end of the world for us, you know.
I think that's actually a good thing. I think it's
Yeah.
good that we take it seriously because it's a whole subgenre of reviews that didn't exist before YouTube. And people get to experience it with us in a different kind of way. It's like they're hanging out with us, but I don't know. I feel like people make it akin to Mystery Science Theater, even though I've never seen that. I hear that I see that thrown out a lot.
God, John was obsessed with that when we were young.
Oh, yeah?
It
He
is one of my favorite things in life.
He bought me. I remember you bought me like a DVD of that. John used to buy birthday presents for people of what he liked.
Bowling balls, Homer Simpson bowling balls.
He's like, I like this, and I hope you like it. And that's how we used to. We were talking like when we were children, guys.
Yeah.
You know, not not like he would do that today.
But presumably with Mystery Science Theater, they've seen that stuff before, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's where like the movie comment, like what Koay and I have been doing.
Yeah.
That's more Mystery Science Theater but they're more comedy reliant.
Gotcha.
And that's what a lot of these commentary videos are. Is they're usually comedic reliant. And I think what Koay and I have been doing is more
Just
like
commentary?
ourselves. Yeah, yeah. But they still say it's a Mystery Science Theater. We're like, we're not that funny in these, you know.
I think a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken, on the Ghostbusters DVD, they had something where you hear the cast and director watching the movie doing a commentary,
Yeah.
and you can actually see a silhouette of them if you enabled it,
Oh, it's fun.
almost like you're behind them at the theater.
That's weird.
Yeah. And it's like you could see them pointing and stuff like that. But regarding the movie commentary, that was something I experimented with a long time ago. I just never put it out. I think it's a brilliant idea because it gives you the freedom to just watch something.
Yeah.
And if someone goes, "Oh, you've seen this before," yeah, that's the point
the
of
point.
this. You know, because I have a host on my channel who gets accused all the time of having seen something before. It's like, no, he's just fucking smart.
Yeah.
It's like he's just perceptive.
That has been I was saying this. We had lunch with everyone on the team, and that's what I brought up. I'm like, the new thing I'm taking insult to, and Roxy gets this a lot, and Andrew does too, is when people. I saw it on one of our latest Severance video. It was season 1 of Severance, and I predicted. You haven't seen it, so I predicted a couple of things.
Okay.
And one that people were really surprised that I predicted. And of course, I'm being accused of seeing it, and then like you see people going back and forth. Because the thing that I think I know why it bothers me, because I know of one very famous YouTuber who I will not name, but he definitely like. He's the kind of person where I'm like, I saw you at that event where they played The Thing, and now you're acting like you've never seen The Thing ever.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and that kind of so like there are people who do that where they fake it, and we go through like the extra mile now to avoid stuff when we really care to. And
We have
like,
literally attended premieres and left during the screening of The Thing.
yeah. Like we saw one movie together and they played the Avatar trailer and I was like, Anthony, we got to go in the hallway. I forgot what that was. I think it was Doctor Strange or something. But so we take it serious. But when we're watching like Strange Darling, I predicted a good amount. And that's one where like I couldn't predict. And then Severance I did. And then you see people going back and forth about it of like, yeah, he's clearly faking this. There's no way. I'm like, no, it's because I paid so much attention.
Yeah.
That's all the reason I got it.
Well, it's also a matter of the 10,000 hours rule. It's like you have spent so much time watching movies.
Yeah.
You can kind of put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And writing movies, studying structure, studying the kinds of things people do to trick you into not noticing structure.
Yeah. And that's what I kept saying with Severance is like I keep paying attention to what they're not showing us.
Totally.
But yeah, we should move on to the super chats.
More super chats.
Thank you guys. I hope you've been enjoying this conversation.
Protham from Prraper actually sent you a super chat.
Oh, did he now?
What?
Hey,
All
buddy.
right.
I bet you're happy to be talking to me right now.
He's like, I am so sorry. That's his super chat. No, he just said happy birthday.
We will get there.
Yeah.
Livia.
I would actually. Someone brought up Angry Joe in the chat. He's a YouTuber I would love to talk to. Honestly, I think it'd be great to have in studio or something. But please, John, who's next?
Is what's it called? Weekly Planet still your favorite?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to interview him, but I would love to get the podcast so big that I could actually like fly out and interview both of them.
I was listening to. Well, I'll let you do this. Well, I'm just gonna say this quick thing, and then you can do the super chat. So, like one of the recent ones where they were talking about caught stealing. I haven't got to the caught stealing part of the podcast yet because it's like 2 hours. But one of them was sick.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so brilliant because it's like it's a flaw, and sometimes we like get concerned about our flaws, but it's like it makes the content so much more interesting.
Yeah,
I love that.
No,
Anyway.
it's very like Conan O'Brien. I used to be more. That's what I mean by I've really taken note. Like, I'm a little more uptight than I used to be, and I used to just embrace flaws and like, roll with it. When this channel was more comedy heavy in the first half of the channel.
Yeah,
and now so I'm like trying to find that. That's what I was kind of telling everyone at our lunch was like, I feel like we should just not take ourselves as serious anymore. But anyway, John, please continue.
Righty ho. All right. Livia Mello, thank you so much. From Brazil. Happy birthday. Much love from Brazil. May you receive all the joy you give us back. Such a huge fan of both the channels.
Thank you so much, Livia.
Did you know I took capoeira a long time ago? Well, she's from Brazil, so I thought I'd mention it.
Sure.
I took capoeira a long time ago.
That's how racing thoughts work, guys.
Yeah.
That's
do
exactly.
a flip.
No, do a flip. No, capoeira was actually a tad bit of a struggle for me because of years of taekwondo that you and I studied together.
Yeah.
Because it conforms you to a certain way of movement, and so capoeira is more fluid and free. Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
Yeah, it's a little dance.
And can you guess what my nickname was? Because they give you a nickname after you study for a while.
I have no idea.
Jaby Koay.
Dragon, like dragon. Because I would do like martial arts movement in the middle of it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Never would have thought that.
Dude, you are the dragon.
Not one part of me would have come to that conclusion.
Well, dragon is like the most cliche name they ascribe to like famous martial artists. So.
All right. Speaking of dragons, Deadshot. What's up, Deadshot? Thank you for chiming in. Deadshot says, Spidey in a TVMA project. Never thought I'd see it.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Spidey in a TVMA project. Never thought I'd see it.
Oh, the
Yes,
Marvel Zombies thing. I don't know why that was.
It's not your birthday.
I
anymore.
was like, what is this Spider-Man TVMA project they're talking about?
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for Marvel Zombies?
No, I try not to watch trailers.
We almost didn't do it, but then I was like,
Is it out?
yeah, it came out 2 days ago.
The show is actually out.
No,
Oh, the trailer's out. No, I haven't looked at the trailer at all.
Yeah, we almost didn't do it, and I was especially like they're dumping this all at once, so I'm wondering if they're going to show us all the best moments. But then I was like, fuck it, let's watch it.
Well, you see, like that's what made me so happy about transitioning more and more towards movie and show reactions a few years ago, because then the trailers became less important, which actually made me happy because trailers give everything away. Yeah, and it's like I feel like I've seen the whole thing. I had that experience just the other day with something. I forgot what it was, but it's like you literally see. Oh, it was Sisu or something. Whatever. Yeah. If you look at the trailer for the new Sisu film, the sequel,
I avoided it.
Don't watch it. They literally show you the entire movies in the trailer. I'm like, there's no reason to go to the theater to see this anymore or even stream it. They literally show you the whole thing. And I'm sorry.
They show you the best parts.
Yes.
It's the 70s again. All right. Thank you, Deadshot. Dan V900.
After Dan V900, we got to bring back some six-pack photos because
definitely.
people did not see the reveal earlier.
And also, we'll have to close the super chats pretty soon just because we do have a lot of Wednesdays to shoot.
Yeah, guys, let's say in like 5 minutes, we're going to disable the super chat. So if you want to get any in, it'd be appreciated. If you can't, no worries. We're still here just to chat. The thing I enjoy most is conversation.
Well, speaking of conversation, Dan V900 says, happy birthday, Greg. I'm loving the commentaries.
Really?
Loving the commentaries.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
They are uniquely rewarding, especially because it was something new. I believe in transitions, not just full swing, do something entirely different. I think that applies with like actors a lot of the time. But sometimes it depends. Everything is it depends. Like what The Rock is doing with this new A24 movie, that's a swing that will pay off.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't make money, it's going to earn him a lot of respect.
Okay.
And that respect and credibility will allow him to have a new kind of career, hence Skinny Rock, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think sometimes the swing will pay off. And like I think what Zac Efron did with Iron Claw is another great example of that swing. But I think with like the channel and stuff, this is something that is like, oh, there's a good transition. It's a different kind of edit, but it's a different. It's still in the same category, but it fits. You know,
and just like with Dwayne The Rock Johnson getting a 10-minute standing ovation, I was applauding you for 10 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah. Who the fuck really does that? There must be people at that thing where they're like, when do we stop?
I guess it's just the energy in the room.
But who would do that?
Yeah.
I would never clap for 10 minutes. I would never clap for 1 minute.
I'll be the first to copy you and do the commentaries because you know it's going to happen. A bunch of people are going to copy you. So,
I mean, I didn't invent commentary videos like other people do them. Like
I know, but you are definitely a trendsetter. Like I
wouldn't go that.
No,
far.
I think you are. I think you're definitely a trendsetter.
I definitely wouldn't say that.
I think a lot of people see what you do and they're like, "Oh, cool!" Like, and you sort of set standards in a way. I think.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like I'm not even like doing the. Let me pretend to be modest. I don't believe that at all.
I don't know. Comments, you let me know. I think Greg is definitely a trendsetter.
Now everyone's gonna get 6-packs. Everyone, get them muscles now. I've been doing and yes, every day I take hydration. My go-to is liquid IV, and I take Huel a couple times a week. I also love Manscaped underwear.
John is going slowly over the ads.
Let him
Can
do
you
it.
see him?
Let him do it. It's been 7. I started off as a big person, as a large person, and I was saying, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. And there were plenty of times I wanted to like give in, and there were plenty of times, but I was like, I keep putting myself on blast, saying 6-pack Greg's coming in.
Just so you know, John is literally manhandling the image. He's doing it by hand to show you what you're seeing.
Look at that. Look at that. We have the meats.
And Cameron Rice took the photos. Did this at Love Always Sanctuary, which is an animal farm sanctuary. Because I did this all on a vegetarian diet. And that was another point of inspiration. What are we looking at?
Goat.
Yeah. Part of the inspiration for this, too, was like when I have most of my friends, I don't have any vegetarian friends. Most of them eat meat. And so people would be like, I don't know how you do it without eating meat. And when you say something like that to me, I go, all right, I'm going to take on the challenge. I'm going to do it. And so now I'm going to see if I can bulk without. I mean, I think it'd actually be easier to bulk than it would be to get cut because so much of plant protein. That's what I've noticed in the plant-based diets. If they drop like carbs and like, let's say you get like a bread that's like low carbs, what they usually replace it with is a lot of fiber instead, and that shit will like there are days I was so bloated during this whole process, and I was like, I didn't realize because I was taking like 50 to 60 grams of fiber a day for like weeks at a time, and I didn't realize like this is really like making me super bloated, and that was like the weird key to 3 days before this photo shoot because I didn't do the full dehydration that most people do. Like what most people do is they literally like take like 3 gallons of water 2 days before and they drink nothing for like the next day. But I still drank like almost a gallon the day before and a little bit in the morning. So I didn't want to do the full dehydration.
I'm still stuck on the trendsetter thing. John, you're pretty objective. Don't you think Greg is a trendsetter?
I think people would. I think that's the last thing people would say about me. I would not say that.
You took on the whole reaction game thing.
There were other people
before.
though.
No, but you took on it. You took it seriously before most people did.
You are good at noticing things before they're obvious.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm good at the foresight of like, hey, I think we can lean into this and this can grow. Yeah. Like the movie reaction side, I was like, I feel that I'm good at feeling something and going with
Think about how many people out there do reaction videos now when it used to be called the cancer of YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you were spearheading that for you guys, and then a lot of people saw that and started replicating what you did.
I would say we were part of the like original camp, but like even during that time though, we weren't the biggest one, you know. But there was like movie reactions. Like there were plenty of people doing them before we really went
Name
in on
one.
it. Like I named several. Blind Wave, freaking Natalie Gold, Popcorn in Bed.
Natalie Gold came before you guys doing reactions.
The movie reactions.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay.
You know, but I think like we've been branching out in a nice way. Like we're doing the podcast, we're doing these live streams.
Was Natalie Gold doing what you guys do insofar as first off, you have a group thing that you do. That's number one. Number two is you guys
the normies were doing
I want to say
you guys have incredibly long and insightful commentary. And I don't think Natalie Gold's fun. And I've watched her stuff. She's really fun. Those edits pop, but it's like you're not getting as much depth out of Natalie Gold, I feel like.
I think it depends on the ones. I think Natalie Gold's actually fucking brilliant. I love
Comedy
her.
brilliant, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's emotionally in tune as well.
Yeah.
But like I go to the end of her videos because I want to see what she says, and they're often like 1 minute commentaries.
Well, she's usually like making a bunch of commentary in between.
Okay.
You know. But that in between commentary, I think she provides a lot of great stuff. I think she knows filmmaking really well.
Okay.
No, I would. She's one who I've actually had her contact info for a while, and I've been nervous to hit her up. I don't know why. I just feel
Why?
Like, I don't know. I'm like, she's the one. I would love for her to come.
I
on
get
here.
that. I get that.
But
I get more nervous with other YouTubers than I do with like movie celebrities.
No, I've talked very highly of Natalie Gold many times on live streams. I think she's really great at what she does.
No, I think so too.
You know.
Yeah. I think it's just a different vibe though.
Depends, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think she really does kill it, you know? I mean, anyway, where are we at?
Heck yeah. Killing the game. Thank you, Dan. We're going to close these super chats down in a minute, but first we're going to read from Landon Miller.
Greg's Quirks, slight foresight, yeah.
Royal Reject, Landon Miller. Happy birthday, Greg. Congrats on the photo shoot and on the weight loss journey so far. Buff bicep emoji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Ooh.
I would love to eat some food today, but I will bloat on camera.
It's only seaweed strips for you. All right. Dan V900 is back.
Yeah.
Hey, if you continue the Batman film commentaries, the only way Batman and Robin works is if you pretend it is a sequel to the 60s show. Absolutely fits. Shark repellent to the back card is a natural evolution.
Wasn't it both Schumacher, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
So why?
I haven't seen them. I've never actually watched Batman and Robin.
Neither have I.
Not once. I'm pretty sure there's scenes I've never seen, and there's also I've never been able to actually finish it.
I've seen the
last time I
bookends.
tried was like 10 years ago.
I saw the bookends. I saw the beginning and the end.
Yes,
That's all I've seen. I have not seen anything in the middle.
Honestly, can't tell you how it ends. Don't tell me.
I won't tell. No, I'm not going to tell you.
I know how it begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ice skating.
I've only seen Batman Forever one time.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen Batman and Robin a million times.
I've heard
Why? Why would you watch that one?
John, that's totally a John enjoyment movie.
And I did prefer, after seeing Batman Forever, was like, I don't like this better than Batman and Robin. I wanted to, though.
Did you know that Jim Carrey was hated by Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh yeah, no, I know a lot of that
Like,
backstory.
he's very outspokenly hating him.
I those are like probably my favorite. I want to act like I'm smart and like, oh, I always listen to like personal development podcasts, but like, no, it's mainly like movie podcasts that I listen to or like trivia podcasts. And yeah, I'm pretty obsessed with those. I know more about the behind the scenes of Batman and Robin and Batman Forever than I do remember the movies.
So Just Cheek in the comments says Greg was my favorite on movie fights.
Yeah, missed that. I love talking with Dan about that. That was something to me where I felt like this is an opportunity to prove I could be more than a reactor, you know, and that did help build. Again, it was like the same with The Rock. It was like this allows me to build credibility. Is this transferring to like a shit ton of subscribers? No, but I could point to that and be like, I know how to talk about stuff. I don't just have to make a face. Anyway, what's next here?
What's next? Well, we got, let's see, 20 VZN. Happy birthday, Greg, and thank you for chiming in, 20. Been watching this channel for years, and I'm really proud of your weight loss journey, and it has motivated me with mine. Sunglass, shaking hands, sunglass. I'd like to think that's a Dylan son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any struggles of like weakness where you gave in or wanted to give in to temptation of like rolling back into bad habits of diet or whatever?
Oh my God, like once a week at least.
So what did you do to combat it, to overcome it?
I just endured. I got comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Okay.
I think that's like learning how to say no to the one fry. Learning how to say no to the one chip is a weird, strange sense of. I think that's where a lot of people falter. Or maybe people would look at me like, you're too extreme. And I'm like, I don't know, it worked for me. You know, I think some people, like, when you want to get like intense results, you got to be a little extreme in the way you go after your goals. And I'm constantly a goal setter. And you have to be a little, I think you have to be a little intense about it. I think the phrase I heard forever ago, and maybe I take it too literal, but fuck it, it works for me, is if you treat life casually, you end up a casualty. And I do believe in that.
Okay.
That, like a lot of time, but some people are so happy with that. Like, and I would love to be more of that guy. I'm not just saying, like, I would love to be more of the guy who can be really overweight, but have this like crazy confidence and swag and be so comfortable in their own skin and people gravitate towards them still. Like, I would love to be that guy. But no, even like when I was heavier and this channel was blowing up in the beginning, I relied so much on comedy and making fun of my weight as a way to own it. But man, was I like actually incredibly self-conscious about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were damn near naked a lot of times.
I was naked in one video. Yeah. And it was actually, I was incredibly self-conscious.
What was that like, John?
The fat
Yeah. It was a
John filmed that.
classic reject shoot. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of your butt that day.
Why do you need that when you're married? What do you mean, baby? I don't know. Why are you skinny now? You don't need to be skinny.
That's Olivia.
Yeah.
You in the chat.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't even know what you're responding to. There's a delay on this.
Swag. Why do you need swag?
All righty.
No,
well, Nick and Doug Express, thank you for chiming
Olivia
in.
just has like no clue how much she has no idea how I rave about her so much when she's not around.
That's a mom move.
She doesn't even.
You have to do it to her face.
I do. She is literally my favorite person. And,
like mom, I don't ever like get compliments from mom directly ever. But then I'll hear like she went and told her coworkers all this and that, and told her friends this and that. I'm like, what? Why am I not hearing about this from her directly?
You know, what I've noticed is a lot of married men will have these moments where they go to the backyard or something, and it becomes shit on your wives club. And I imagine women do it too to their husbands, and maybe Olivia participates in that. I don't know. But for me, when I'm in those moments, I'm like, I literally have like nothing to contribute to this conversation, guys. Like,
she's behind me, isn't she?
I actually like my wife. Like, I don't just love her. Like, I actually like her a lot.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, so yeah.
Well, all right. Hey, Nick and Doug Express.
She said he talks trash about me to my face and behind my back.
That's why I love her. She says shit like that.
All right, Nick and Doug says.
Sorry. We were at Disneyland, and there was these floats going by, and then the float of happiness and sadness from Inside Out showed up. And she's like, happiness and sadness. She's like, God, I fucking hate those two. So it just makes, she really meant it. It just makes me laugh so much that she'd be like, hate those two characters in particular.
Yeah, man, screw them. All right, finally, Nick and Doug Express, very generous. Thank you so much. Hey, Greg, been watching the channel since 2014 when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
The way
Wow,
you've said
that's a long time.
Yeah, the way you've said you're connected to Chandler Bing is the way I've felt about you.
Oh,
You've been here for me for over a decade, and you've saved my life through without knowing it.
Oh, thank you, man. That's
How-
a
how-
really
how
sweet
often-
thing.
how
I don't
often
know
did-
if I could receive that comp. I'll receive the super chat, but
How-
I can't receive the comp.
How often did Nick, what's his name?
Nick and Doug
How
Express.
often did Nick and Doug Express at his job go, click on the dick?
I do miss that.
Oh, I do too. Honestly, every like little pun that would come after it was like a little morsel of joy.
They were called annotate. They used to have this thing called annotations where you could move the subscribe button anywhere you wanted on screen. It's
gone now.
So I used to do this like it was sort of like this the satire version of like a Jeremy Johns type of video, and I would put the annotation up over my crotch. I said, click on this button, my dick to subscribe. Then I make some like stupid joke about it.
They say about this little insert movie related simile here.
And before, when you could make so many sex jokes on YouTube and they wouldn't. That's what I mean by, I don't know how I got ahead of this, but I was able to, I decided to get rid of Ryan Wright and most of these sex jokes to change before YouTube got censor heavy and before the Me Too movement. I was like, I just want to change and show I'm not really this guy. This is all just a big satire bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my foresight. I saw a cancellation coming.
Yeah.
But thank you, man. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. And which do you find you relate with a different friend's character as you get older? I feel like I'm so much more of a Ross now.
For me, it's always been Chandler and Ross. It's like always been them. But like I ask people and they think I'm Joey, and I'm like, Joey, how did you get Joey? And then they think that I'm not going to get into why.
That's such a Joey thing.
Yeah.
If you have to ask if you're the naked neighbor or the Joey, you are.
If you have to question why you're Joey, then it shows you're a Joey. That's all I'm saying.
One of my favorite lines from Ross in Friends is Rachel asks him, "Why do you keep bringing all these weird women home?" And Ross goes, "None of the normal ones wanted to come home with me."
Well, speaking of normal
John
ones,
just started Friends.
What?
I did. I'm like, very excited about
3
it.
episodes in?
A
Yeah.
reaction or just watching it?
Yeah.
3
him
episodes
and
in
Aaron,
so
yeah.
far. Aaron and I going on the journey.
Nice.
Because you're a trendsetter.
We're learning.
We saw what, Kristen?
Kristen Stephenson Pino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
She's already finished. Like, she's finished the show.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
not ever watching it again. She's finished with it. All right.
All right, keep it going. What time is it? 1:30?
It's
We can knock these
1:30.
out. Let's go. We can knock this out with quality.
Michelle, thank you so much for chiming in. Happy birthday, Greg. Little gift emoji. Wishing you the best
Thanks,
day.
Michelle. You're usually here. Really appreciate you, dear. Thank you.
Heck yeah, Michelle. Hey, we got Reed Jackson Media, 3C Films editor here to wish
Yep.
you a happy birthday.
Thank you, dude.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Those 3C Films videos are so well edited.
Well done.
They're really impressive. And it's cool when you see someone like, because you know how it is when you have to do. That's the thing that people don't realize. I think something that's kind of unique with a lot of reaction channels is most people are their own editors in the beginning, and you have to learn how to edit if you don't know how to already. And 3C Chris was another. I took a photo with him at Superman. I still haven't posted it. I was so excited to meet him finally in person. And anyway. Yeah, his videos, he's like the Philip DeFranco of movie news. And the way how he does it, it's so well done. I like still absorb his videos. Or if actually a lot of the time, if we're going to do a podcast, we're going to
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, hey,
Oh
baby.
my
my God.
God.
Oh, hey. Oh, my God. Whoa, that's a
Hey.
nice surprise.
Wow.
Let me put my glasses on.
Day to you.
Someone flip a camera to them,
Happy
John.
birthday
Thank you
to
so much.
you. Happy birthday,
Thank you,
dear
baby.
Gregory.
Happy birthday to you.
That's really sweet.
And many
Oh,
more.
thank you. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Card ever.
Andrew, we were talking about you earlier. I got to blow these out. Whoa, what kind of cakes are these?
They're all vegan. All vegan.
Are they really?
Yes.
And
I guess I will not look at macro count today.
No.
Cheat
I
day. Cheat day. Cheat
Enjoy
day.
That will be a challenge. I will.
We're probably gonna go a little bit past 2:15 today.
I will do it. Is that a gift from you, Tara?
Yeah.
You got me a gift, Tara?
Yeah.
Look like Eddie Munson.
I know. I do know.
Was that intentional? She looks at Tara's hair.
Tara,
She
tearing
looks
it up.
She looks just like Joseph Quinn from fucking Stranger Things, man.
Do the devil horns thing. Do the devil horns thing and stick out your
Oh my
tongue.
God. She looks just like it. I thought your hair just happened to like puffing that way.
No.
Oh my God. That's,
Tara tearing it up.
that's so funny. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I have to watch the video. I said I'd watch it on here. Oh, thank you guys.
Yeah, Bo.
And thanks to
We love
Alex.
you.
And okay, well, this is, let me see. Andrew said he got me the coolest letter. Why don't we put a camera on them and let's get them reacting, and then no, I mean one of them.
You know,
whoa, this is cool, John. Wait, bring it back to me. This is really cool. You weren't fucking. Andrew's been for a couple of weeks. I was like, I got you the coolest Christmas card. That is cool.
Christmas card.
It's I don't know if you guys can see it,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's,
they can see it.
Christmas
yeah,
card,
It's a shirt.
Valentine's
I keep saying
Valentine's
Christmas
card.
birthday card. I keep saying Christmas card. Wow, that's really awesome. If you guys are still in the stream, you kind of.
I gave you the best Hanukkah card.
Yeah. Now I don't want to like ruin the button though.
Don't ruin the button. You know what it says inside.
But I'm sure there's like a customized thing inside.
Okay.
When you said you don't know, does that mean like it just came this way, so you don't know if there's something in here?
I just open it regularly.
Is that Tara on your shirt?
Open a card.
Yeah. He just said, "Is that Tara on your shirt?" Oh, there's a card right
Is that you?
there.
That's me.
Oh my
Okay.
God! I was trying to unbutton it this whole time to get to the card, and the card is just right there at the back.
That's usually how they work.
He told you it just. Idiot.
The design is solid. Like
Are you comfortable with me reading this out loud?
we've worked out the kinks on these birthday cards. So
I can't believe it's already been 10 years of friendship. You're one of the kindest, most humble, and genuine friends I've ever had.
oh, you don't know.
I'd like
you don't
to
know
think
Greg
so.
at all.
You're always there for me, and I appreciate you so much. I'm grateful I get to work for and with you. Underline the for. But I'm even prouder to. Hold on. Did you misspell prouder? No, you didn't. I thought you spelled it with a W. But you didn't. To call you one of my best friends. Andrew officiated our wedding, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Wish you your best year yet. Friends with happiness, health, and success. Love you, buddy. Love Andrew. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you still coming. Andrew's been going through, Andrew's been having his best year ever, as we call it around here. And so I'm really happy that you're here today, man. Thank you. And people loved you in the Hamilton video. Thank you, man.
Woo!
And you got to meet Robert Patrick yesterday.
Woo!
And Tara,
Don't look at this yet.
okay. Tara
Put it on
got,
the bottom.
that is a really cool
This is
thing.
a dead giveaway.
She's got a baby Yoda here
That's cute. That's really cute.
to shimmy, shimmy, shake, and party all day. Hope your birth. I'm in John mode today. Like, hope your birthday is galactically awesome. Oh wow, are you comfortable with me reading this?
Yeah, I don't care.
Greg, the brother I never had. We fought like siblings, I assume. Jared and I got into our first spats this year. That was our first time we ever we're fighting.
Did you say that in the middle of it?
No, but it was like, holy shit, we're
amazing.
actually fucking fighting with each other after all these years. Sometimes, but we always come back together and we know how to make each other laugh. I assume it's such a funny thing. Even with the communication bumps, I always knew you'd still be like family to me, you prick. Yep. Love you to the moon. Grateful I get to give my team leader shit and laughs. She was the first one to call me that. Team leader. Can't wait for our family to keep growing. I'm proud to call you my friend. You're such a hard work and an inspiration to me. I do love you, buddy, Tara. Oh, I love you too, Tara. You got to have to talk to HR, though, because we're going to make some changes around here. You can't be saying stuff like that to me. I am CEO of this company.
Your glasses are fogged. Your glasses are fogged up.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't wearing them. Let me see here. Let me see. This is crazy.
I know. I did the wrapping because I care, but I really hope you don't already have this. Now you can look at this.
Do you know what she gave me, baby?
No.
All right, I'm just gonna look away.
Because I was afraid to ask you if you already had it. Because then I was like, maybe they're going to be like, yeah.
Wow, I'm trying to feel it and just determine what it even is. I don't.
Are you going to try to guess?
Can you see what it is, baby?
No. No, I don't know what it is. Just look at it.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's a
Yeah,
cupping
the cupping
massager.
massager. I love these.
Oh,
I genuinely love
you
these.
use them.
And I
You
wanted
do?
more.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good,
I only have 2.
Okay, well, now you have 3. I assumed, I was like, I bet you Greg already has this, but I thought it was like a perfect.
No.
gift.
Have you used these?
No, but Dan V900 says family keep growing. Pregnancy announcement.
And we'll see.
Someone said we should have a pregnancy announcement.
Oh, there's power, so I could.
And then Greg can react to the baby being born.
Yeah. Do you guys remember last year when Olivia? Did you see that? When Olivia came in and she gave Michael like baby like
Oh, we had baby clothes. And
baby clothes and she gave them to me on camera on my birthday. Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, what the?
And they did tell me for a while that this is a joke.
I thought that I was pregnant for quite a while.
No, this is great. And we can keep this at the office too. I literally have creatine here at the office now and this.
Solid.
But no, this is actually a great way to relieve. Like, have you used one of these, Tara?
I haven't.
It's you like these, right, babe? They're a great way to relieve tension. I know she bought that, and I was like, "No, I'm going to abuse them." But yeah, no, they actually are one of the few things. I think they work more effective than a massage gun.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed like the tension actually does go away when they're done. So
Because I got cupping recently, and I was like, this is the best thing that's
Yes.
ever helped
Yeah.
me. And then I saw that, and I was like, this will be great.
yeah, and they charge you like $300 for an hour. When I'm like, I could just
know.
buy like them and own them in perpetuity for like $100. You know? Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, thank you, Tara.
Yeah,
That's
you're welcome.
awesome.
I'm glad
Thank you.
like it.
And do you guys get these cakes? Alex did. Thank you so much. Oh man.
Oh, this was Alex's idea.
Thank you guys. And then Roxy made this social media video we
The
gotta
rest of us
watch.
are like, whatever.
You notice
Sam-
the rest of the people aren't here? Just saying.
Sam Bread says this is so wholesome, even calling him a prick.
Saying that I should probably keep track of who actually goes.
Your
Well-
card is seeing love in the comments.
Roxy was in a very specific situation,
My card?
and Koy's out of town, and Aaron's gonna be here in a half hour. He just wasn't informed about this moment in time. She's just gonna come and be like, "Why was it left out?" I love him.
So when can we
He's
get
in the
forks
car.
so that we can have some
He's in the car.
I would say you guys go for it. We're gonna be going through the rest of the live stream. We already disabled the super chat, so we're gonna be like answering the rest of them, and then
Okay.
I'll go meet you guys out there. But you guys can start.
we can take the cake with
Yeah,
us?
yeah, go ahead for it.
Spider Boy
I,
says
I was gonna wait to eat after we're done shooting it. So
I
after
just
we're done
took a
shooting.
bite of one.
Yeah, go for it.
I think you're gonna appreciate this one. Spider Boy says saw your shoot. You could have easily passed as Hugh Jackman, not when glazing.
Would have loved it. They saw the they saw the.
Savage.
You know who doesn't care about the photos?
Olivia.
Yep, Olivia. The one person who's been like, this is stupid. It's like, there's no point to this. This is
Sarah
stupid.
texted me about them the other
I
day,
did.
and she was like, "Are you happy? Your husband looks really good." And I said, "I'm happy he's gonna be less annoying now that he can eat whatever he wants."
Yeah.
That was my response.
I've still been pretty like disciplined these past few days. Like, no, I gotta, whatever. But I'll have some cake after I'm done shooting.
Which
Thank you
one
guys.
looks like your favorite? I mean,
Oh,
you'll
dude.
have a bit of all.
What are the flavors?
I would say the I'm a chocolate and
Hold on.
bird.
She was saying it. I couldn't hear her.
Sorry,
Say it.
Alex.
Tres leche, there's a cheesecake, a chocolate.
Oh man,
I can see you going for the tres leche.
What's the pink one?
birthday cake.
Raspberry.
Oh, it's not. It's not birthday cake.
No, it's raspberry.
That's right.
Ooh,
What's
even
this one?
better.
Actually, maybe that's
The
right.
pink
No, that's
sprinkles.
Neapolitan.
Yeah,
This is Neapolitan?
I see you going for the
Tiramisu is.
I'm just trying to
closest
figure out which has the
Greg.
least amount of milk, so I can get.
They're all vegan.
They're all vegan.
Oh, fun.
I mainly eat vegan desserts because I'm allergic to milk.
Can this be split up like 6 pieces each?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut them. That's tiramisu.
Just leave me. I just want like a little piece of each one.
Like a
I'll
sampler
eat it
plate.
when I'm done shooting Wednesday. That'd be amazing. Thank you. A little celebration. Thank you.
Love it.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up, and then I'll join you guys in a bit. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Okay, baby. I expect nothing less. All right. Bye, baby.
Bye.
That was really sweet. Wait, you guys can take the cake.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It adds color.
All right, let's keep going, guys. Thank you for everyone who's here. Well, it seems like most of our people were here for the the peak of this and viewership actually came in when they were here. That's cool.
Perfect.
Great moment in time.
People love to see a team united. All right.
I
here
know
we
if
go.
Roxy wasn't in the situation she was in today, she would. I know she would 100% came.
All righty. Reed Jackson, thank you so much. Shouts out to 3C Films. Dan V900 is back.
Thanks, buddy. Go grab the cake, Tara.
Hey.
You're making me so hungry.
Happily.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
All righty. Super chat. Dan V900. Crossing fingers for Mask of the Phantasm commentary.
It's not currently like we have all the live action Batmans we want to do. I mean, we're not going to do the Snyder films at this moment. I kind of want to wait for something else because they're so like none of them are just solely Batman. Even Batman v Superman is like half of a Superman movie, so I'm running away for a little time. But Mask of the Phantasm, that is. Oh, I'd probably just do it just because it's one of the best Batman movies.
It really is.
Yeah,
It really is.
I don't think it might get as much engagement, but I just love the movie.
It wasn't a big moneymaker for us, but it was a lot of fun to do because Achara had never seen it. And so for me, it was a rewatch, but for her, it was the first time.
We're trying to balance the scales a little more. Like we were talking about, I keep acting like this lunch was like the craziest thing ever, but we were speaking of like we did Strange Darling, and we knew Strange Darling wouldn't get that much traction, and it's one of those things where like, by the time all said and done, we're probably gonna not enter, break even territory on the amount that we spent on this. But based off what we have coming out the day before and a couple days after, we'll have big hitters there, so we can. So we're trying to like mix in a little bit more stuff that we just do for us.
YouTube is just not the most encouraging with those kinds of videos.
Yeah, and they fuck you in the algorithm, man.
Yes.
like they do. They make it harder for your next video to perform. So it's like that's why we don't take as many chances, but we kind of have to just do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
And but thank you guys for the super chats, and thank you for everyone who's here right now.
Absolutely. Moving on to Demani Lavelle. Thank you so much for chiming in. Kind of broke, but happy birthday, Greg. Love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Heck
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yes, Leanne Day were brothers.
I think you should go full broke instead of kinda, but
yeah.
putting it here for the super stickers.
Put your money where Greg's mouth is.
The only way to grow is when you hit rock bottom.
keep hitting rock bottom every week in perpetuity.
You can only go up when you're down there.
Khaleesi Direwolf says, Olivia is beautiful. Heart eyes.
Olivia is beautiful.
True that. Eric Huska, thank you for chiming in. Eric says, happy birthday, Greg. May this bliss open doors.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
I hope so too.
How absolutely. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jay Osceola, thank you for chiming in. Happy birthday, says Jay. Sweet and to the point.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Jay.
Oh, and here we have none other than Protham.
Protham. Is it Pratham or Protham?
Protham.
To this day. Fuck it up.
Pratt-
Protham.
It's Prattham.
Protham. You want to talk about influence and trendsetter. All right. Let's do it.
What? What are we talking about?
Okay. Prraper, who I shout out for almost every video, is our team of editors. Correct me if I get any of this wrong. I don't want
Okay,
to tell
I'm
any false
listening.
stories here. So many people now hit me up or like sometimes they reach out and they get clients, and the clients will hit me up being like, hey, you really work with these guys, right? So I feel like I've gotten them a good amount of clientele, specifically through like either them hearing from me or getting affirmation from me. But what a lot of people don't realize is that Prraper used to just be Protham, and you and Achara trained Protham
Yes.
how to edit.
Yes.
And then Protham started the Prraper company.
Yes.
After where he was hired to be your editor.
Yes.
And you trained him.
Yes.
Now there's this big company that edits for not just you and not just me,
But a whole bunch of
but a
people.
whole bunch of reaction channels,
Yes.
primarily now too.
Yes.
And they also edit our podcasts and our interviews and our movie commentary. So they're like even evolving as editors. But that all started because of you and Achara.
Yes.
So that is a massive influence, especially over the reaction industry, because
That's fair.
a lot of people use them. A lot of like media nights will use them. Heroes Reforged. Like they don't use it for every edit, but they will definitely go to them. I know plenty of people who use them. Christian Harloff, a lot of people use them. So yeah, that's a really big influence.
That's good to know.
You can't forget that.
Well, thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Protham. It's all my doing.
And he'll never give you the credit you deserve.
He always puts me behind you in the images. I'm like, why are you doing that, Protham?
Yeah.
Greg's bigger than you. I'm like, all right, that's fair.
You're an influencer, Harry.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Protham. Shouts out to your whole team over at Prraper and for the lovely birthday messages in the
I know
team
I
chat.
can be a hard ass. Sorry guys for this morning.
All right.
I was definitely not kind.
Khaleesi, Dire Wolves, thank you for chiming into the birthday chat. Very happy birthday to Greg. Cheese
Thank you.
for the abs celebrations in emoji form.
We got Andrew's going to be doing Game of Thrones with either Koy or Tara.
Ooh.
Because like Tara's seen it, but I know Tara, she doesn't remember anything. That's a real thing of Tara.
That's a real thing when you do reaction videos. You watch so much content, you can't hold on to all of it.
Well, yeah, it's like your brain is like a hard drive of some limited amount of storage.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to like delete files to make room
Yes.
for more storage.
Yes.
You know?
No,
And, yeah.
I'll love a movie and I'll love it so much, and then I'll come back and I'm like, I don't remember that movie at all. Like,
Yeah.
just because like it's been a year.
Yeah.
And you've watched 3,000 more films since then.
I watched Greatest Showman when it came out into the theaters. Was I with you, John? I watched.
Yeah,
Great-
we saw
I watched Greatest Showman, and I thought like moments would pop up that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And the entire time, right to the final moments, I was like, this is an amazing movie. And I don't remember any of it like, the entire time. Didn't remember jack shit about it.
I went through that with Sherlock Holmes, the first one. I just watched that for the first time with Ashley on our channel. It's not out yet.
Wow, the irony. That's what John and Roxy just did.
Yeah, we haven't put it out yet, so you got time. You can beat us
We
to
gotta
it.
beat them.
Yeah, now we got to move it up.
I don't know when we're
Rework
putting
the
it
whole
out.
schedule again.
Yeah.
We've been doing like Guy Ritchie and then what's his name, Matthew Vaughn movies on Tuesdays, and so I said at the beginning, like, I've seen this before, I don't remember it that well, and I get into the movie, I'm like, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember shit about this film other than like the very, very, very end, and then there's like a fight scene in it. That was all I remembered.
All I can recall is at one point he's like having a bare knuckle boxing.
Yes,
match.
that's what I remember.
That's
The
the only
fight
thing
scene.
I remember.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I remember.
Both of those films have aged so well. Like,
I know people have been wanting 3 forever. And Game of Shadows, I kind of remember what the motif is of the final fight,
okay,
where they're not really fighting, they're just anticipate. Have you seen it yet?
I just watched it the other
where
day.
they're like
with Ashley.
they're calculating.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I remember. And something in the woods. It was like they're running through
Yes.
woods and there's like cannon fire.
It was
something.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
But I
And they're
don't
doing that
yeah.
like speed ramping 300 style, like zoom in, slow down, then pan,
Yeah.
and then zoom out, and then speed up.
I wasn't high when I watched the first one, but I don't remember it, and I was baked when I watched the second one.
Well, he did this cool thing I got obsessed with, where he stabilized the actors as they're running, like the camera's following the actors moving, and because he stabilizes it in post, the background's moving instead of the actor. Kind of like when they have the rigs attached to themselves and it's just the background moving. It's that, but it's an effect in editing, and it looks super cool.
I think Guy Ritchie is one of the most overlooked directors.
Speaking of trendsetters,
he is.
Yeah.
I think he's an incredibly overlooked director. He doesn't. He does not get the credit he deserves.
have you seen Aladdin? Oh my god,
Honest, out of the Disney live actions, is one of the better ones.
I hated it.
You did?
I hated it. I wanted to walk out in the first 10
Oh,
minutes.
I enjoyed
but
it.
I genuinely like Guy Ritchie so much.
Didn't like his Apple TV movie though.
I didn't see it.
I didn't like that.
I didn't see it. But like most of his films that I've seen, I'm just like, yes, this is really, really good.
But yeah, I would agree. And he's got more range than people give him credit for too.
Exactly. Anyway, next super.
And now for something completely different. All right, here we go. Thank you, Khaleesi. Andrew Nickerson, what's up, dude?
Hey, buddy.
Thank you for chiming in. Happy birthday, Greg. I love when you two monetize your talks.
That's the only way to do
LOL.
it, man.
What would you both say is your favorite video of each other's channels?
Whoa!
Oh,
what
damn.
a
There's
cue!
like freaking 5,000 videos on each of our channels. How do you pick one?
Oh my God! What a question.
I will
That
say.
is genuinely a really good question, though. Damn.
Oh, I would say yours is maybe the Batman review. There, I saved you.
Which one?
I did a the Batman review for with Robert Pattinson, right? I did the non-spoiler and the spoiler one, and like you seem to really like those. And then you also liked Love Punch Kill a lot.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you for
Now you go. What did I like of yours?
thank you for answering that question for me.
Because it's just like that's such a
You see
hard
my warrior
question.
reaction?
No, I need to watch it.
Literally hit you up after.
No, I know. Well, you and I had a dialogue about it, but I haven't properly like watched it. I think I tried to find that just the
I would
commentary.
say it's one of my favorite reactions. I can't watch it back because I'm way too vulnerable to the point where I cringe.
I gotcha.
It's like Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't watch that back. I cringe.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm like, I am so exposing myself. Like this is like that's when that's one of the when you are alone filming, like there's no one around, you can get really raw. And then when you're out on the internet, you're like, oh God, was this the right call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't tell you a favorite reaction, but I have like these weird moments like that kind of pop into my head. Like when you were doing, of all things, the secret invasion. There's a moment where the bad guy gets on the phone, and you're like, "I'd like to order an 18-inch pizza, please." Like you just came out with, you just like improvised a line because like you're so good at improv, and you just threw that in there. And I remember seeing that in the edit. I'm like, that's actually genuinely super funny.
Oh,
So
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh well, thank you. But yeah, those are good ones of yours.
It's like I'd have to like sit and think about it for a while.
I mean, I the one that I would always show off is your Way of the Saber short film.
Oh, really?
I think that was like a really big standard for where lightsaber fights can go. Like actually,
Oh, well, thank you.
but yeah. But thank you, Andrew Nickerson, for the question.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's a tricky last name.
It is.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, why ever? What ever for? What do you?
I gotta
what do you
say, I
mean?
have to say it super fast.
What do you mean? All right, Andrew. Thank you.
I
so
gotta
much.
put a lot of emphasis on the
It's
one
like-
part of your last name,
yeah,
so it
exactly.
doesn't sound like something else.
That's the way everyone says Hawk Girl now.
Yeah.
All right. Khaleesi Direwolves is back. The movie, thank you so much, by the way, is epic when Greg cries in the thumbnail. That's how you know.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
Thank you, Khaleesi.
It's the only reason my K-pop Demon Hunters video outperformed John and Aaron's.
That's true. That is true. Look out now.
Has nothing to do with me. It's
Shots
just
fired.
this one's crying.
This guy's crying. It's
more of a
is a
click.
good one.
Yeah.
I more emphatically clicked this one. Damani Lavelle back again. Wow. If Greg can get a 6-pack, there's hope for me.
That was weirdly one
It's
of
like a
my
backhanded compliment.
If Greg
didn't view it that way.
six-pack.
Didn't view it that way. That was part of why I wanted to say I'm going to do it before I did it. Normally I'm like, I'm just going to do it and then I'm not going to say anything. But I wanted to show like there's almost everything that I've gotten done, and I think most people would attest, usually comes with a feeling of belief first that you can pull it off. And to me, my whole life, I've never believed I can really do it. It's something I've always wanted to attempt, but I never believed I could. And so to me, it was like a huge deal. Even last year, all last year I was saying I was going to do it, but I didn't really believe I could pull it off. And then this year there was like, especially having like the fitness coach, like it was through Zoom with him, but it still helped me out a lot. But like getting the education of what to do nutritionally, true education. That's what I was like, oh, I really believe I can actually pull this off now.
I just realized my favorite reaction on your channel is the Interstellar trailer reaction.
Oh, the one you came on years ago before you were a reaction channel? Yeah, I remember that.
No, but I was just thinking about how people were saying you're intense and stuff like that. I think that's just in your personality, in my personality as well, because like when you're committing to something, it's like all or nothing. It's very binary.
Yeah.
Because like if you give in once to the bad food, it's hard to not slip and just do it all the way. And so
Yeah.
you have to just commit completely.
Yeah, I mean, I binged after the photo shoot.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought I wasn't going to, and
What
then
did you eat?
I didn't eat anything like bad. I just ate like a huge quantity of like vegan desserts and you know, just like a bunch of shit that I just had in my cabinet where you got to like macro balance. I was like, fuck that, I'm just gonna go all out. And then I ended up throwing up in the middle of the night.
Your body's not used
And
to
I
it.
was like, I need to dial this back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. It started with like, I'm just gonna go. I had one hit of weed. I used to be the heaviest smoker. I had one hit with a friend, and all it took was that little slight tinge in appetite of just like, let's go. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't even smoke any more that night. It was kind of crazy. Anyway, John, what's next on the agenda, my friend?
All righty. We got Andre. Not sure if you've said this before, and thank you, Andre, for chiming in. What are some of your favorite meals you eat on your diet, and do you fast at all?
Do you do intermittent fasting?
I'm fasting right now. I'm so hungry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I intermittent fast. It's like it just depends on the day and what's going on. But I'll just wait till like 2 o'clock to eat and just going off of caffeine. Other times I'll eat earlier. It just depends. I try to kick off the day with jump rope.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, if you're because then you're relying on like fat and glycogen from the night before. Yeah. I generally don't work out with food in my system. I usually just have like a pre-workout and creatine, but I don't. Maybe some L-carnitine, but there's no like calories in that. But I don't. That's the only time I really fast. I don't really. That's another thing I learned is like, yeah, intermittent fasting could be great, but I realized I didn't need to do it. So, but my favorite meal, like for a volume one, you get. Roxy recommended this to me. It's called Miracle Noodle, and you get it from Whole Foods.
Okay.
And it's like barely any carbs. It's barely any. There's like no calories.
Yeah.
It just really is a miracle noodle, and it tastes delicious. And I buy this tofu that has like low carbs, and low calories, and I just have it's like this giant one. There's spinach and lettuce, and I put a bunch of like lemon dressing and red wine vinegar. You get creative with like, how do I like make this tasty and delicious without increasing my macro count?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or I make an acai bowl at home.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that you could save a lot of money on acai bowls if you just make them at home because they are remarkably easy to make.
Yeah.
And I thought they would be like this complicated thing, but it's really easy to make an acai bowl. You guys should do it. You don't even need like a fancy blender. It's really easy to make.
The way I lost
that shit.
The way I lost weight when I was like
you had one time a point of like
Yeah.
a really defined six pack.
Yeah, the way I lost weight was I would drink half a Slim Fast in the morning. I'd go to the gym and do my aerobic, and then come back and finish the Slim Fast. And then I would wait 2 hours. I'd have like a small snack, wait 2 hours, just eat protein like a chicken breast or a fish. Wait 2 hours, have a snack, and that was it. And I'd have a protein shake at the end of the night if I went to the gym again.
See, that's like starvation territory to me.
I was super fit. I was very happy.
External, can that be good on your insides though?
I don't know. Probably not. But I cut really quickly to the.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You had nothing in your system.
Yeah, but I was hardcore training and it was really fun. I was very happy about it, but I looked very I got too thin.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
Yeah,
You were gaunt.
I was gone.
Got a little Oppenheimer look about you.
Very Oppenheimer. Yes.
Well, we have reached. We do have a couple of Streamlabs, but we have reached the parade of super stickers.
Here, I'll pull them up. Let me see if I got them.
Let's see. Yeah.
Richard Lloyd, thank you for the super sticker, my friend.
Hey.
Jonathan with a very generous super sticker. Thank you. You're saying thank you to me, but thank you. Annie Olson, my dear, saying good job. Appreciate you. Alan Smithy, one of our Royals. And Richard Lloyd, always in our supers as well.
Alan Smithy. You know what that name is?
Yeah, it's a pseudonym for when you don't want to give your name in writing. And Nerd Girl Jean.
Hey.
Have I seen your name before? Thank you so much, Nerd Girl Jean.
Nerd Girl Jean.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for anyone who contributed to my random birthday stream. I know it wasn't a new stream. That will be on Friday with John and Koy.
We also got a couple Streamlabs to close us out here.
Sweet. Let's do it. We're pretty much on time today.
We are pretty
This
much
is unusual.
on time.
Even with the interruption.
Even with the constant interruptions, actually. Yeah.
All right. I'll fix your camera while I read this off. Bloom. Here we go on a September the 3rd. Hi, guys. Happy birthday, Greg. Big fan of both channels. Prove it. Big fan of both channels. Big fan of both channels. Quick question. Would any other couple react to Alice in Borderland in the channel or in Cinepals? I would love to see y'all's opinion of it.
I know nothing of this show.
Well, we're committed to finishing off. It's not a high view one. In fact, for sure, we're not like breaking even, but we're committed. And there's a new season 3 coming out, and hopefully by then they pick up. So it's one of those gambles that we're doing.
Yeah, what I do in those instances is if I can see that if I anticipate it's not going to perform exceptional, I'll do a 4th episode in the video to service the fans, but like also get through it sooner, so it's not hitting the algorithm too hard. So I'm trying to get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, sometimes that's why we do like the longer like combination, because it at least pays off in watch time and hopefully recoup something.
Yeah,
and YouTube's more likely to recommend it.
Yeah.
But also I think it makes the enjoyment experience better because a lot of these shows now are designed to just watch and. Like before with all the Netflix shows, we would do one episode at a time and then review it. And I'm like, who the fuck really cares about the review on this? He's like, everyone's binged the show. You know?
Right.
They're not stopping to talk about it. You know?
Right.
So, yeah, I think we'll just do that for Wednesday today, actually. I think we should just get through all 4.
Sure.
So I could have somewhat of a
Just do
evening.
one.
Yeah.
Just do one big episode and call it.
Yeah.
Unless we get through a couple and find out that they're just so extraordinary
That we have to review
we have
it.
to talk about them. That's only happened
That's
once.
a long video. It's like there's an hour each.
I know. I was so worried they would be an hour each.
The first one's 50 minutes, but then they're an hour. That's a long reaction.
You're telling me, buddy.
You guys have fun with
Hey,
that.
you watch Indian cinema all the time. You're watching like 5-hour movies on.
It's
the
not
daily.
5 hours. 3.5 tops. That's just Wednesday's still longer.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we
Not
got
by a lot.
That the extra 30 minutes makes a huge difference.
Well, also
Did
too.
you watch the what's it called, the Martin Scorsese movie? That was rough. God.
It
Killers
was.
of the
It
Flower
was.
Moon.
The Flowers of the
was-
Moon.
I did feel the runtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
I
sorry.
liked it, but
What were you
I
gonna say?
did feel the runtime. I mean, we binged the last one, but yeah, not on anyone's birthday though.
That is true.
not on anyone's birthday, and the day before they have to leave.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
All righty. One more.
I'm really hoping to get screeners for that one. Damn, really bummed me out.
We got Anonymous here. The entire organization says, "Happy birthday, Greg. Really glad to
Thank
see
you.
you. So happy these days. Hope you have the best day ever," which we know you will because you're going to binge some Wednesday.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a good Wednesday. Thank you, Anonymous. Thanks for closing us out.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. That's really sweet. And also, Stephanie Horton and Christian Unpronounceable just showed up in our super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the last minute tip. Yeah, we got a new episode of Peacemaker tomorrow. And yeah, we got so much shit going on. John, let's flash those photos up one last time.
All right, back to the photos.
Boom.
Let's
Boom.
see that. Whoa.
It's not just thumbnail, baby.
Whoa.
We did it.
Oh,
We did it.
yeah.
We did it.
Oh, that's a goat.
Someone said, I feel like I'm, Aisha, always here. Thank you, dear. I feel like I'm looking at Innie and Audi Greg.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Greg Zinni is at the gym.
Yeah, that's so kind.
Are we towards the tail end of this right now?
We are done.
We're done. Okay. So once John stops messing with that, I'll say the next thing I'm gonna say.
You can say what you need to say with abs on display.
That's.
all
I guess
right?
that's fair.
There you go.
No, I just. It's like I'm very proud of you, and I just want to say that again. I said it to you off camera, but I just want to say it again. I'm really, really proud of you and how far you've come. Like, I think it's hilarious that you used to do this with the microphone inside of a shoebox. It's just like you were just trying to figure out your setup and just make it work. And you persevered through like ups and downs and apocalypse and emotional stuff, and just to see how far you've come. If you guys could see his space here, it's like just seeing the entire journey is amazing. And you're just getting started from here.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to go. And I'm just really, really proud of you and everything you've accomplished.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. We've helped along the way. John's been by my side for vast majority of this throughout even when he wasn't like one of the main people popping up on the channel, he was still like helping out whenever we needed him. He helped start the channel.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he's like still here super early and super late constantly.
My favorite video of yours, sorry to cut you off. My favorite video of yours is when you do the Johnny Depp impression.
Yeah, that's the first
The
one.
first video.
And then also like I think literally like the whole. That's the thing is like a lot of times people look at, oh my God, you're going to bring on more people and it will cost more money, but the investment pays off in large, when you do work with some people you really trust. And like everyone here, the team, like I'm really friends with everyone. I mean, they all fucking showed up just now, because and I love them all.
Yeah.
and then even that can be an asshole sometimes to the editing team. They still, I'm like, at the end of the day, they wouldn't be here as well without Prraper, you know?
Right.
So yeah, this is, as much as you're saying like I understand I've led Real Rejects here, but when I say it's a group effort, it's not just a talking point. That's like a very real thing. Like you say that, I'm like, well, I'm thinking about everyone around me who really helped out. And even like Olivia, you know, I'll never forget the first month we had a real bad financial situation, and she lent John and I money to make rent the first month I was dating her. So yeah, there's she's been very supportive of me. That's what I mean. It's like she's been with me when I was like fucking broke, and so yeah, I'm very fortunate to be, and of course, you as well. So much of our technology equipment has made doing this better, easier, and more efficient. So yeah, I'm just surrounded by a lot of great people, and of course, you guys, all you fucking people, keep watching us. Or if you're new, doesn't matter. I understand some people. I do it. I get hooked on channels for a couple of years, and then I kind of fall off. And if you've been that way with us, it's totally cool. If you're new, thank you. If you've been here a long time, thank you. You guys have been fucking awesome. And hey, movie couple in here, what's up, dear?
Hey.
And yeah, I miss the sketches too. I thought when we'd have a studio, we'd be back to it, but somehow we're just way more busy and don't have time to do sketches. So maybe one of these days we'll get another one going. But thank you guys so much for supporting us. Thank you, Anthony Koay, for being here. And thanks, John, for handling everything.
Yeah, any old time.
Ready to record some Wednesday, John? Ready to sit for 5 more hours?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go, guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
Cheers, gang.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Anthony. Yeah. Fucking hey! Is it still going? I want to make sure. We were literally closing off the stuff on our technical end, but you said someone sent in a 50?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Rishab Dev Chawla.
Oh shit! Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That just came out of nowhere. I was literally about to stand and walk out of this room.
Let me refresh this page. We can put it on the
Yeah,
screen
flash
really
name
quick.
on. I don't want to
There you
just like
go.
walk away with and be like,
Yeah.
"Takes for the dough, man."
We got the second one, and we also got this little doggo, this little
Oh
jet-
shit! People were still throwing in the fucking egg. That's
little
crazy.
fireworks.
Thank you
yeah.
guys so much.
Yeah.
That's way too kind. Thank you.
Too much kindness.
Too much kindness. But if anyone wants to throw in like $200 right now, go for it. I'm right. No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
we'll
We'll
be-
end this stream. But thank you. I'm happy. John was able to catch it before we like literally turned everything off. But,
Yeah.
but thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys. This
That's
is a post-credit scene for
Very
you.
fucking generous. Yeah. And now that Anthony's not in this room, God, what an asshole, right?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, wouldn't
Just
stop talking.
like, holy shit, man, this is about me.
Like, yeah, dude, get a life.
This has nothing to do with you
Fo-
today.
This isn't about you. This isn't about the algorithm. This is about me.
Everything should be about me. I'm tired of talking about other people and putting the attention on them.
Admire my abs, damn it.
Damn it, man. It's a six-pack reveal. No, I'm really happy it was here. But thank you guys again.
Thank you, guys.